Danny Brewer, your favorite turf rider from Tennessee here. After months of deliberation, it's time to answer the question. Who's going to win the Kentucky Derby? As if it were a hot summer day, we're just going to dive right into the deep end of the concrete pond. The field for Derby 142 is deep and talented. Pace usually makes the race, and this could certainly be true here. Of the 20 entrants, there are a fair share of front-end speed horses, and maybe even more with a huge closing kick that like to come from farther back. So that means what happens up front early on will dictate who has enough for the home stretch run to glory. A good friend of mine and two-time Kentucky Derby winning trainer Carl Nasker told me recently, speed is cheap at the Kentucky Derby. That means some horses like to get out quick and blaze through the opening quarter and half mile. You can't always fall for a runner that has led gate to wire in his prep races, because the mile-and-a-quarter distance of the Kentucky Derby is a whole different ballgame. Last year, the early fractions were modest, and the three front runners held those spots throughout, with American Pharoah emerging victorious. In contrast, in 2013, the pace was a blazing 2 seconds faster through that opening half mile, and the winner Orb, he came from 16th after just 4 furlongs. So what does that mean for 2016? It means we want to pick a horse with some versatility. So that means our selection is Nyquist. Unbeaten and trained by Doug O'Neill, this battle-tested son of Uncle Mo has won on 7 different occasions in a variety of ways. Sometimes he's out front, sometimes he's just off the pace, and he has even come from farther back. He's shown the most talent during his young career, and his team has won the Roses in 2012 with I'll Have Another. Okay, I know Nyquist is a morning line favorite, but the last 3 favorites have won the Kentucky Derby. And one of the biggest horse racing aficionados on the West Coast told me this fact: a short price is better than a long face. In my opinion, the power in the 3-year-old division is out west, so complete your trifecta with More Spirit and Exaggerator. You can take my advice and a quarter, and you're guaranteed a piece of bubble gum. This is Danny Brewer, turf rider from Tennessee. You can catch me on horseracing-scoop.com. Remember, if you got a hunch, bet a bunch. Back your horse and get paid. Best of luck in Kentucky Derby 142.